Hello and welcome to. We're not going to do episode numbers anymore. Who cares? It's too complicated now with this.
47.
Well, but 48 maybe. Like who knows when the audio's going out? So you're just going to have to deal with me not saying that anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
So welcome to TNA Top 10. This is the what do we call this show? The variety show? The main show?
This
What's
is
our term for
our
this?
alternate top 10 show.
Ultimate Top 10 show. That's a good tag there.
Hey.
Anyway, we are here. We are live for the very first time,
And maybe the last time.
and maybe the last time. Yeah, exactly. We'll see.
Jerry?
We will play to an empty crowd if we have to. But
Yeah.
today we're going to go top 10
Let's
Summer
do this.
Olympic events, which was a lot harder to define than I thought. We'll get to that later, but we're live, guys.
We are. I am ready for this. I can't wait to get into this, though. Olympics are my jam, so I'm really excited. I know
Yeah.
Andrew and I are going to fight.
Well, we're not going to fight. You know,
Loving
Disagreement?
discourse.
Yeah.
heated discussion. Maybe what we
Loving
do.
heated discussion. Okay.
'Cause
Loving.
we
I
from
told
New
her to
York.
make sure she's pissed right off the bat.
Oh, I already put
And
it in
she's
the
like, I'm
notes.
not going to be pissed. And I'm like, you're supposed to be pissed.
I forgot.
Because we from New York and all.
So let's go ahead and dig into it. So, what are we being pissed off about, Allison? What
All
are you
right.
pissed off about?
So, I don't know about all of you, but I watched the opening ceremonies and was absolutely blown away by the beauty, the artistry, how they weaved in history, art, culture into the whole story, right? Now, it was beautiful. They went through the 12 tableaus. I mean, I will even read them out because to me, this was amazing. Enchanted, synchronicity, liberty, equality, fraternity, sisterhood, sportsmanship, festivity, darkness, solidarity, solemnity, and eternity. And it was all overshowered because one person on the interwebs said, oh my God, they're depicting the Last Supper. This is blasphemous. I'm sorry, what? And it came out from the Olympic Committee that no, it had nothing to do with the Last Supper. It was actually representing a painting that's hanging in a French museum that is a bacchanal, which is like a festive occasion, an event, lots of drinks and things like
I'm
that.
from Alabama. You are using some words that are very new to me.
Okay, if you really want to know what it means, it was kind of like an orgy. That's what a bacchanal was.
It looked like an orgy.
But more people are not upset about the orgy part. They're upset because they thought it looked like the Last Supper, except
Which is
it
a
didn't.
painting, not
A painting.
necessarily.
Correct.
Yeah, not necessarily something from the Bible.
But if you watched the whole opening ceremonies, everything tied back to something in France. Everything. Nothing can correlate the Last Supper painting and France. So I'm like, we need to stop pulling shit out of the air. Or stuff out of the air, sorry. We're live. I
Stuff.
forgot.
What is that? What's that censorship we got
I know,
going here?
I know.
We're on YouTube. We're supposed to behave ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, am I going to get a copyright problem?
Oh, I promise you, I don't care about behavior.
All right.
So I know
So-
Andrew's been waiting on you
I
to
know.
get done with your explanation.
Let's go, Andrew.
No. So this is what it is to me. Yes, like Allison said, people immediately jumped on the fact that this is the Last Supper. And there is some absence of art history here. The French have always been controversial, and I will never forget what the late Jason D. Moranville, who was my humanities teacher in high school, said, and that is art is designed to elicit a response. This certainly did that. And it doesn't have to be for everybody. And at the beginning of the humanities lecture, he would tell us, leave your baggage at the door. And all he meant by that was everything that has informed you. If you want to be open-minded, be open-minded. The world right now is a little bit of a tinderbox. So when you see this depiction, and it is an allusion to the last or painted in a way, meaning in the media, on social media, etc., you are going to have nothing but an outpouring of response, right, wrong, or indifferent about that particular thing. Now, I've seen the explanation from the artist. This is all about French art and history and bringing it back. I don't know that it was a good choice to put that particular scene in there. Um, I also know, and I think that, whether people want to agree or disagree, the loudest segments of the LGBT community and the trans movement were depicted in that particular piece of art. And that is a political issue. It is a global issue. It is a cultural issue, whether people want it to be or not. Whether it's fair or not, 2% of every group are your radicals, be that the evangelical Christians, the anti-abortionists, the Muslim terrorists, this particular depiction. So what you've seen in response to this is, a lot of pushback. Art is art. One of my favorite pieces of art is called Pissing Christ, and it's a crucifix upside down in a jar of urine. You don't think that elicits a response? So take everything with a grain of salt, guys. It's not that serious. Now, as for the actual opening ceremony, who gives a shit? I don't. I really don't care about the Olympics and the opening. I used to care a lot more about the Olympics than I do now. But I don't think that the artist read the room in the world very well on this particular piece. And here's the other thing, and you can disagree with me, Allison, because we both love art. If you have to defend it, it may not have been the best choice for what is supposed to be a coming together of 192 countries, minus how many ever refused to participate in, as you said, global athletic competition.
That's me telling you you're wrong. Okay?
Third person here. My perspective
Go,
is,
please.
even if somebody said, I'm really going to screw the Christians here, and I'm going to throw this out there, and it's going to be a big deal. There are 10,000, I heard that somewhere. Don't check my math. There are 10,000 athletes that did not make that decision. That's who I'm watching for. I don't give a crap about any controversy that might have happened in the
Right.
ceremony. My mom's a little different story. Obviously, I told you guys we already saw the
Yep.
Facebook post about it. But for me, I'm watching those athletes, and I'm watching my favorite sport, wood track cycling. We'll talk about that later. But that's what I'm in it for.
You would like cycling.
I mean, unless you could take people out, I don't want to watch people go around and
have
around.
you
on a
watched
circle.
any of that?
No.
You need to.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
So I would like this, is what you're telling me.
It's great. It is so different than any bicycle riding you're going to see on the road. I don't
Okay.
watch that.
I would
But this
check
wood
this out
track
then.
stuff is intense.
All right. Well,
It's crazy.
no, I will definitely check it out. But I'm going to give a different perspective to Andrew's point. When is the last time you saw something artistic like that on the television? At a live broadcasted event across the world?
Every Wednesday on Dynamite.
Yeah. Okay, God.
We're not there yet, Terry. Don't be jumping the shark.
Woo! But that's my point. My point was, yeah, this was out of left field, and guess what? So what?
Life went on.
Exactly. Nobody died because of it. Nobody didn't get to compete in the Olympics because of it. It was an artistic expression. And for me, I don't think we have enough art in the world. Andrew and I nerded out for 5 hours or something like that at a art museum in Charlotte, and it was phenomenal. So for my inner artistic self, who, please understand, I'm not creative, but I love art, this was amazing. It was fantastic. But all right.
My favorite picture was him as the little guy in the big chair.
That was good. Yeah, we went. No, that was from the Museum of Illusions, though.
Oh, that's a different place.
Yeah, that was a
Well,
different
well,
place.
as Dirty Dancing taught us, nobody puts baby in the corner except Allison.
That's
She's
correct.
the only one that puts baby in the corner. No, I mean the art is what it is. You're correct. It's every opening ceremony though. They have to be opulent and we've got to go update. And speaking, oh my God,
I was just gonna say, Andrew, are you watching? Because let's move
back-to-back
into
home runs,
baseball.
pull Rodon out of
Oh
the
God!
game.
You know, it
Get
could have
rid
been
of
watching
him.
the Olympics, but we're watching the
No.
stinking Yankees.
Look,
That's what we're talking about.
Look, I love the Olympics.
It comes on every day.
And
The baseball, Terry. It is the
Let's-
baseball.
It is time for the baseball. That's
Andrew?
a good segue. Talk
Go,
about
Andrew.
the Yankees. Go
Tell
ahead.
us.
I'll drink.
Well, Rondon needs to get pulled out of the game right now because he just gave up back-to-back home runs to Boston. Yankees up 4-2 in the bottom of the fourth. But it's time to pull Mr. Rodon. He's got to go. The Yankees have not been playing very good baseball and are about 350 in the last 35 games, if I heard the statistic right last night. 4-6 in the last 10, 61-45 with the 62nd win coming tonight here in Boston soon enough. Still 1.5 games behind Baltimore. In the first place wild card position. Third best record in the American League. But they will be in the wild card if the playoffs happen today. So Giancarlo is still on the injured list. He's not back yet. They did trade for Jazz Cholson Jr., who is playing tonight in center field.
Oh, he's playing tonight already.
He's playing in center field tonight. Judge is the DH.
Good for him going from the horrible Marlins.
Well, here's the thing. Judge got on base 6 times last night, walked twice, 4 for 4, home run, double, 2 singles. He is the man. He will have that triple crown before it's all said and done. Welcome, Alex. We appreciate it. Join us live, buddy.
I just learned that's how you put something on the screen.
I got it. Don't worry.
Click on the comments, buddy.
I got you, Terry.
But Judge, 314, 37 home runs, 95 RBIs. Actually, it's 96. He hit one tonight, 1.131 OPS. And we've just got another damn double, and we're playing shit defense. Pull him out of the game. And this is what happens when we're live, folks.
That's great. I love it.
Pull him out.
It's the best.
Oh,
This is top notch. Just
4-2. And now we got runners on second and
Stop it.
Pull Rodon out of the game. Get rid of him. Also, I need to make some sort of correction, I suppose.
Never.
No,
What?
I know.
Did
in
Dave
the
call you?
Put it in the chat because I forget what the guy's name. Stroman. Marcus Stroman is the pitcher. Marcus Freeman is the head coach of Notre Dame. I knew that I had it wrong, and you guys encouraged me to. Yeah, that's right. That sounds right. Marcus Stroman gave up, 7 runs last night, and now they're giving up stolen bases like crazy. Now he's on third.
Okay, I'll make a correction myself.
Oh.
Not caught by Dave, but caught by me because it never felt right. I said this 5 or 6 times. I kept saying Schaefer for the running back from Missouri last year, and it was Cody Schrader.
Oh, you were
Nobody called me on
I
it.
bet you go on, yeah.
I caught it myself.
But anyway, the Yankees are in this dogfight right now with the Red Sox, and I'm gonna have to turn the freaking game off because I'm gonna get ballistic before this is over.
You're gonna be red. You're gonna be so red.
He's already red from the suntan. This is gonna make it worse.
But the White Sox have a negative 218 run differential, so at least the Yankees aren't that bad.
Oh, I mean, they are blowing everybody away. So, like the Rockies have a negative 172 in the National League, but to be at this point 200, I mean, they have 218 fewer runs than their opponents. That is suckage right there.
Well, speaking of suckage in the Rockies, they hung 20 on Boston, and New York can't get out of a 9-inning game with them without going up extra.
Well, speaking of New York, we'll talk about the other New York.
Oh.
Thankfully, the Braves played the Mets because the Braves dipped below the Mets to third place in the division the other day, but luckily they won 2 of 3, and I think everybody on the show here loves that. the damn Mets.
Well, the
Screw
Mets.
you, Mets.
I sent you both a text message. How the fuck did the Mets make the power rankings?
Because the Braves lost like 6 in a row.
It's something about the post All-Star break. It's just
Ah,
it's you either
They gotta figure
rise to
something out.
crazy heights or you just plummet, and I think we all know we're plummeting right now.
Well, the
Real
Phillies
quick,
are
just want to
just
say
on
hi
fire.
to Antonio. Hi, Antonio.
What's up,
Football's in the
Antonio?
second
Thanks
hour.
for coming in, and you too,
Syracuse,
Alex.
#1 football team in the nation. In my dreams, sir, you are
Which
correct.
nation are we talking about?
They're going to be a 4-8 team. We're talking about them next week. They suck, and they've got the Ohio State quarterback coming who went 11-1 last year.
That's right.
But they are not
They
going to
do.
be worth a shit.
All right, football second show.
Yeah.
Let's keep
Hey,
going.
yeah, hold up. We're going to
What
have
about
a
the-
pee
what
break
about the
before
National
we
League?
get to that.
Talk to me
Let's
about
talk National
Ohtani
League.
just driving it out of the damn park yesterday there, Terry. Dodgers are. And then they
Well-
blew the league. They blew the game and they lost to Houston in their division.
Well, I already started talking about the Braves, and the saddest part of the Braves is I have to watch Freddie Freeman on the Dodgers. And that is, I can hear about Matt Olson. All you want to talk about him having a good season last year. I don't care. He is not Freddie Freeman because Freddie bleeds Braves blue, red, whatever color you want to pick. I don't know.
Freddie got sent home though, I think, or went home because the baby was sick. Does that sound right? He's a Dodger, yeah.
He's a good father. That's
3-year-old son. He's got a 3-year-old son or something, and he had some rare thing, and he was having
Sounds like
difficulty
Freddie.
walking.
Great
So he
guy.
went home. He went home after the All-Star break. I'm not sure that he's actually back now. Ohtani is just hitting the ball like crazy. But his
unbelievable.
batting average is not as good as Judge. Doesn't have as many home runs. Doesn't have as many RBIs.
Nope.
So
Nope.
I couldn't hear you. I apologize, Terry. I was talking.
Well, he'll be on the Yankees in a couple of years anyway. so-
Ohtani?
Yeah.
Let's get Ohtani, Soto, and Judge all in line.
Soto, what a bastard!
I love
Golly,
you.
that's if you want to if you want to know a Yankee that I hate, it's got to start with Soto.
Wow.
Why don't you like Soto?
Oh, he's an arrogant.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I mean,
I love
they're the
him
Yankees.
so much. So much.
All right, I think that.
Anyway,
Did we
We've
argue
had
enough
enough
about
baseball
baseball
talk.
yet? All right. Let's move
Oh,
let's talk
on.
wrestling.
Hold on. For
Yes,
Allison,
Yes.
my World Series prediction, Phillies versus Cleveland. Phillies rolled yesterday,
Yes.
6-0. The pitcher pitched a complete game, double-digit strikeouts. It wasn't even close. So maybe Cleveland isn't as good as I thought they were.
Super Dave gives us a note here that the Braves are catching crap from him because their minor league team is leaving. So
Well, the Angels are catching crap from me because what good is having a double-A team in your town if Mike Trout gets injured and he doesn't even go to double-A?
yeah, that should totally.
That is where you're supposed to go. He went
Exactly.
to Triple-A. What is this
Oh.
crap all about? He's
And
supposed to come to
apparently on
Double-A.
Trout,
He's supposed to come to Huntsville.
on
What's up?
Trout, he got hurt, and it's like he decided he was going to play, and he got hurt again in the game. Like he was hurting, and they pulled him out of the minor league game.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh. Is Andrew frozen?
Oh no.
Can you hear us, Andrew, at least?
He decided he was going to play.
I don't know.
Oh, boy. Well, he'll come back
Okay.
eventually. So I think that's enough. Oh, it's about time to start the top 10, though.
Well, no, we were going to talk wrestling, aren't we?
Oh, we are going to talk wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
sorry.
do that. That's all right. Andrew will come back when he can come back.
Okay. Well, I have not watched wrestling in a while.
I'm gonna pull him off till he's. I watched a little bit of wrestling this week. I did watch Blood and Guts. It was definitely bloody. Shout out Scott. I did not need to see that much blood. There was a jump. Yes, Timmy, it's a great frozen face. There was a jump from the top of the cage to the tables. I'm trying to remember who took it. I can't.
Got to be Darby Allin.
It was probably Darby. But that was great. I mean, I will fully admit this. The ending to the Blood and Guts match was weird. It was like, I'm going to beat up this guy worse if you don't quit. what? Isn't that all wrestling? Like, I just didn't get it. I felt like maybe it was something got messed up and they needed to end it. So, I don't know. Other than that, AEW was meh.
Well, it normally is. I mean, debut of Camille. I see that listed
That is true.
here. I did
That
not
is
see
true.
that, but that sounds good. I
So
like Camille.
she looked hot.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I
Now,
don't know what she would have to do to not look hot, but I'm just saying.
very good point. But she used to be like a platinum blonde, if I remember, and now she's got darker hair, a little bit of wave to it. She looks absolutely amazing. Now, here's the really funny part. I thought Camille was a lot bigger, taller, broader.
Yeah,
And she looked to be the same size as Mercedes.
that is pretty small.
I was like, what? How did that happen? I'm thinking they must have always just put her with tiny girls. So,
Nicole
oh, Super Dave, God, I
so
love
Super
you.
Dave she looked like Nicole Bass with talent.
That was really
Yeah,
good.
that's
So
great.
yeah, I mean, I was happy to see her there. And then they announced. Now here's the other thing about AEW that some people were really down on. Apparently, Tony Khan announced the Britt Baker, Mercedes, right? Britt Baker, yeah, Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné. He announced the match at a Comic-Con. Oh, there he is. You're back. Maybe. Okay, well, I'll still talk about it. So, yeah, at the San Diego Comic-Con is where Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker were announced. And it was like during a panel session that got a lot of flack. So, who knows? And
Why? I mean, would that
just
not
the
be a good
fact-
place to do it?
Well, that was just it. And I'm like, well, didn't they do the same thing in Chicago a couple of years ago at the Chicago Con? So I'm like, I didn't see a difference. And yes,
People
we
like
know.
to argue with things.
Yes,
I mean,
just like
they like to not enjoy things. I want to enjoy things. I just do.
And yes, we agree. Rosa, we need more Thunder Rosa. We love her, Dave. Andrew, is this your resting face or are we back?
I don't know if
think
he's
you can
got
hear us.
audio hooked
Yeah, I
up
don't
very
know what's
well.
going
He's still working on it,
Yeah, that's all right. We'll get there.
but we'll carry on
We'll get there.
until he jumps in.
All right, let's jump from AEW to WWE. Best segment of the night was Liv Morgan coming out when Rhea
Yes.
and Dom were in the ring. Rhea's totally expecting her to come to the ring. Liv is like, no, girlfriend, I know what you want, and that ain't happening. But then she turned her attention to Dom and
Of
was
course.
like, Dom, I really want to hear those three little words. And I'm dying. I'm like, this is good.
It is.
And his response was, you want those three little words? Well, I hate you. And
Freaking great.
oh my God, it was so good. It was so
And
good.
then she licks the side of his face.
Oh God.
Oh, and
I mean,
everybody just loves that.
But then what's even better, I don't know if you caught socials, but Rhea Ripley and I think it's Jay Uso. Oh, I don't know if
Yes.
did you see this where they're like,
I
oh,
haven't seen it on social, but I knew they had a little bit of a connection there, and that's
It
pretty
was
good. I
on-
like that.
it was on the WWE social where first they asked Jay if he had Rhea's number or vice versa. I can't remember which one. And he said, man, yeet, you know. But then they asked Rhea and she came back and was like, yeet. And I'm like, oh, here we go. This is it. So pretty exciting. I like it.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I mean, I think of two storylines, I guess maybe three now, with the addition of the new thing going on with
Keep going. We're fine.
Oh, we hear you.
It's not-
I hear
we
you.
got audio. Okay.
Yeah, you're back. We can hear you.
But we got the Liv thing with Dom.
Yep.
And then we've got obviously the different bloodlines
Old
going
versus
on.
new.
And then we've got this new I'm missing the word here. This new thing with Bo Dallas coming in.
Oh, yeah. The new faction, I'll call
Yeah,
it.
the
With
new-
the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, the Wyatt Six. I couldn't remember what it's called.
Oh.
But anyway,
Well, we got a good prediction here. That's a good prediction. But you know what? Some of us are
Wow.
pretending like
I
SummerSlam doesn't
can't
exist.
I can't imagine Dom turning on Rhea, but he was really enjoying Liv. I can't blame him, but
I don't know, because if it happens, you have the potential to shake up the Judgment Day. You have the potential to add Rhea to a new lineup. Like, it's got a lot. It's got a lot behind it. I think it could happen.
they're doing well with it because I mean,
think so.
Liv's kind of been close to a big storyline for a while. They've been pushing her on some of these big matches and giving her titles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But she kind of felt like maybe a stretch for a while, but they've done really well with this storyline. I'm a storyline guy. You can give me all the AEW great match with no storyline you want, but I don't give a crap about that.
Yeah.
I want storyline.
Yeah, I hear you. The other storylines that were going on, because we might as well. Solo continues to challenge Roman. Chances we see Roman at SummerSlam pretty high, I think.
It's the right place, I think.
It makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something else that happened is Cody went to Japan and he was given his father's robe from his run in Japan, which I thought was really, really, really neat.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was really great to see. But I believe the Ram Network is going to be doing a preview for SummerSlam, probably the day before, right?
Gotta be.
Or the day of. So stay tuned for that next weekend. I think that's enough for wrestling. What do you think?
I think it is, but we need to get it where
I know.
hopefully Andrew comes back pretty soon because we got to get into this top 10 list.
I know. Well, it's up to you. What do you think? Do we start without him?
I think we have to.
I think we have to. Let's go.
Let's do top 10 Summer Olympics events. And let me tell you, this will give me a little bit of time because you would think that this would be a very definitive list. You would just go to the Olympics.com website and find a big list of events. But no, as always, I had to make some decisions here. I broke up all the track and field into individual events, basically, or like sprints. Like I didn't do like 800 meters, 1600 meter, but I broke those up pretty well. But like with gymnastics, I didn't break it down as much. I put men and women because realistically in gymnastics, you'll have one athlete competing in 6 different events. You don't get that in track and field as much.
No.
So I kind of left it that way.
And they're competing for their team score too. So I agree with the way you did that. I think that was fine.
It was a way.
I have a question. Did you include in the poll the Summer Olympics from now, the Summer Olympic events from now?
Just now,
because that's another definite wrench, is that the Summer Olympics have changed over the years.
They have.
This year we have breakdancing.
We have breakdancing, and we got rock climbing, and we've got
skateboarding.
We've got flag football.
It's crazy.
And they're calling it flag football.
Yep.
What's funny is they've got something called football, which is soccer.
Correct.
And they got flag football, which is a completely different sport.
I watched some women's rugby today. Oh. I played one game, got a black eye, and quit. Probably.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Rugby.
But that's
Allison's
a good sport.
Tough.
Yeah. No. I was also a cheerleader, Terry. So I went to an engineer.
Were you playing rugby in your cheerleader?
No, oh God, please stop. Oh my God. No, I went to an engineering college. So if you had any modicum of athletic ability, they would add you to the team. So in 1 year, and I didn't stay on any of these teams, but I played volleyball, softball, I was a cheerleader, women's rugby, and then I played all the intramural sports because why not? I had no girlfriends. It was 10 guys to 1 girl when I went to college. I needed friends.
Wow. If I'm not mistaken, the mascot was the Engineers, right?
That's correct. We are the Engineers, and as Terry knows, I have a fight song which includes 5 digits of pi. So
that is so good.
And Super Dave, I mean, I would pay money to watch you breakdance. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh man, we got to see that on the intro to Talking Wrestling this week.
So.
We need to see
Yep.
Pond water breakdancing.
I agree.
Why don't we get it started?
Yes.
Because I'm going to tell you, I love number 10, and that shouldn't be a big surprise.
Uh-oh, let's see what it is.
Track cycling.
Oh, this is your favorite.
This
okay.
is my favorite summer event.
So explain to me why.
Okay, so it's not just, they don't just try to go fast. There is a lot of technique involved, and they will have one-on-one kind of stuff. It's really bizarre. I mean, there is nothing else like this. And look at the slope of that wood track.
Yeah,
I mean,
is that serious?
That's like Talladega or something.
So it's actually like that. It's actually
Yes.
inclined.
And they will go one-on-one, and they'll go really slow for a while, and then somebody will decide to dart down to the bottom of the track. It is the most bizarre thing you've ever seen in your life.
Wow.
But it's good. I love it. It's
Okay.
it's the summer version of curling, because I love
I was
curling
just
in the winter.
so my father and I had this argument today because he's like, "Oh, well, curling's your favorite sport." I'm like, "Yeah, except it's only in the winter."
Right.
But curling, hands down. If you ask me my top overall sport for all Olympics, curling, no question.
Well, there's an event in Summer Olympics called hockey.
Floor hockey?
I guess I
It's
put
floor
floor
hockey.
hockey
It's floor hockey.
on the choices
Yeah.
because that is bizarre to me. It's like they just call it hockey. They don't even have an explanation. It's just hockey.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
some of the names of this stuff are weird.
I'm definitely gonna check this one out. So I'm excited.
I don't
about
know
it.
when it comes on. I don't.
I like any sport where there is a potential for somebody to run into somebody else and knock them out, and hell yeah, let's go.
Well, my deal is I watch the sports that I will never see at any point in my life except during the Olympics.
All right. I mean,
That's
to
what
be
I
fair, that's my favorites are volleyball and beach volleyball, and I don't really watch those any other time. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 9,
let's go.
sprints. So this is the shorter
Mhm.
shorter track races. I show Usain Bolt here in the picture. So we all know what this is, but these are
Yeah.
really exciting. And right off the bat, and they're short and sweet, and they're good.
Andrew, do we have you back?
Maybe. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can
Yeah.
you hear us?
Okay, so I don't know what the fuck happened. This brand new computer, the monitor screen goes dead. The damn thing decides it's going to do a system update. The audio is shot.
Oh,
It won't even
God.
play through the screen
System
anymore.
update.
I have no idea what the hell just happened. Maybe the screen overheated. I don't know.
Windows.
I don't know.
But anyway, you're on
you're
number
joining
9,
us.
athletic sprints.
Yeah, number
Yes.
10 was track cycling, and
Which is his favorite.
explanation of my love for it.
Okay.
So now we got sprints, and we show Usain Bolt here, obviously, because he's the guy. But this is you watch it for a few seconds, and it's over, and you see a world record.
Sorry.
That's what she said.
Well, it may not be awkward. It's just brief, unlike your first time. And
Oh,
that is
Lord.
definitely what you said.
All right.
Number 8,
Let's go. Yes.
weightlifting.
Oh hell yeah.
This is great because you have the potential of disastrous injury at all moments.
The
Correct.
potential of disastrous injury.
Absolutely correct. I love watching this. I love watching the women. I love watching the men. I could never do some of this. So I am amazed at feats of strength like this to me. But you are not wrong. When it goes bad, it goes very bad.
Like, get that head out of the way. It's coming down.
That's, oh God.
And you're hoping that the arms don't go backward. Oh, God.
Stop. Just stop, Terry. Goodness. All
Brutal.
right.
But it's so good. I love it because it's the United States against Russia normally
Basically.
in this. And that's always a good storyline, too. We love some U.S. versus Russia. We're
Okay.
80s wrestling fans. We love U.S. versus Russia.
Very true.
Number 7, basketball. And I had to go way back to get Michael Jordan sticking the tongue out, making a move on, I'm guessing, China. I don't know. It's red
Yeah, that
uniform.
could have been what the hell was his name? I can't think of it right now. But I watched the game today against Serbia, I think it was.
Yeah.
And we were down 10-2 in the first
Yeah.
couple of minutes. and then we trounced them. Like it
Yeah,
was
they don't-
close the whole game, but no.
Yeah, that's what I saw earlier, and I posted a picture to our network's text, and then Andrew's like, "I know what happened after that."
The dream team, they are not.
No.
Don't get it fucking twisted. I'm back and now I can hear everything. They are not the dream team. This is not Jordan. This is not Pippen. This is not Magic. This is not Bird. This is not Robinson and Ewing and Christian Leitner and Mullen and Charles Barkley.
Oh, God, Christian
This
Leitner.
basketball team is
Not
hot
Isaiah Thomas.
garbage, and I will not be told otherwise. The dream team, the 92 dream team, wasn't their average margin of victory 70?
It was
David the
disgusting.
HSB, correct me. The fact that they were down to Serbia today, 2-10, okay,
Yeah.
not acceptable.
No.
100% not acceptable.
I mean, do you blame LeBron? Because I figure you do. You always blame LeBron.
LeBron sucks. He's not nearly as good as he thinks he is. And if anybody's never heard me talk about LeBron before, it's real simple. Michael Jordan never had to say, I'm the best in the world. Everybody else said it about him. And
Google is saying
LeBron-
44, by the way.
huh?
Google says 44.
Was the average margin of victory?
Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that all? Yep, that's all. According
But
to
you-
Google, but you
But
know.
the 92 and 96 dream teams that did win the gold medals popularized basketball without the press and the highlights they got on the American side. You would not have seen them launch to where like you get a Gasol playing for Spain, where Joel Embiid plays for whatever the hell country he plays for. I forget now. It doesn't matter. But you also would never have seen the Dream Team lose or win only by a point in the exhibition to the South Sudan, who their real dream is finding a quality food source that'll last more than 30 days. So that's not about playing basketball in the South Sudan. I told you I was back.
Oh, damn, you are.
He's got his
All
head
right.
Number 6, volleyball.
Yes.
And this is the indoor volleyball.
Yes.
You know,
6
we
on
do
6.
mix things up. We've got volleyball has a couple of different choices, and then basketball had a weird 3-on-3
Mhm.
option. I don't get that, but this is indoor volleyball.
Correct. So this is 6 on 6 indoor volleyball with a floating setter. I love watching volleyball. It's a little harder for me since when I played, they score different now. So it's a little weird for me to watch because I'm always like, wait, why did they get a point? What? Everything gets a point nowadays.
Rally
So-
point versus traditional,
Correct.
25 and then 15 in the last 5.
Correct.
Yours truly used to be the volleyball announcer for my undergraduate college. So
Oh my!
yeah.
My uncle
Okay.
was just telling me tonight that he was in interviews and negotiations to be one of the Olympics volleyball referees in Greece because he's bilingual. So
That's
I was
cool.
like, that is kind of cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, right. All
All
right,
right. Volleyball,
volleyball.
number 6. Number 5 is wrestling,
Hell
and
yeah.
I got a great suplex shot right
Yeah,
here.
you did. That's great.
Yeah.
This
That's
is-
This
Greco,
guy's
not
like, oh, shit,
freestyle.
about to
Yes.
fall on my head.
Yeah, because in Greco, you're allowed to throw. Freestyle, you don't get to throw above the head. That is actually the rule in wrestling for those of you playing along at home.
So this is another sport where I never get to watch wrestling unless it's a college thing. So I love seeing these athletes at the top of their game. It is absolutely phenomenal.
Jordan
And the
Burroughs, University of Nebraska, Olympian. Yeah, he's not in this Olympics, but he
Okay.
was an Olympic wrestler at the same college that, Mr.
Dan Raiola.
Rayola plays for now. Terry.
Save it.
Save it. So
Save it.
the other thing
After
for,
the pee break.
for the ladies, the outfits in wrestling are fantastic.
They don't hide it.
For the ladies,
Excuse me, and the men. Correct. Sorry.
diving and gymnastics.
Apologies. Oh yeah. Woo. Hello, Speedo. What? Okay,
Where
next.
is women's gymnastics when you need it?
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah.
number 4, women's gymnastics.
Hell
That's where
yeah, that's where
Except
it
he
is.
called it artistic gymnastics and screwed
Well-
everybody
That's
up on
what
the
they
pole.
call
They actually have an event called rhythmic gymnastics.
Yeah,
Rhythmic
well, they also
gymnastics. They
have-
used the little dancing.
The
yeah.
ribbon.
They also
used-
have trampoline, which they
Yes.
consider part of gymnastics.
Correct.
Which is also another of my favorites because you're never seeing trampoline competitions anywhere except somebody's backyard or the Olympics. I don't know where the in between is, but it's somewhere.
Awesome. Fantastic. And this
But
year,
yeah, this is
we should
great.
see the U.S. women take it all this year.
Oh, Simone Biles is fantastic.
She was hurt and she nailed it today.
She's not Michael Phelps, but she is very much a top tier Olympian on the American side. And I think that's next week, Terry. But maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, all I know is they put the women's gymnasts on the cover of the TV guide, so that must be a big thing.
Yep.
Led by Simone Biles, they're going to sweep.
Yes. Totally agree.
Number 3, beach volleyball.
The men clearly voted for this.
No, disagree.
2 on
Because
2. Sand volleyball.
watching Misty May play 15, 20 years ago,
She respects the sport.
I can't even explain how amazing watching beach volleyball is. 2 people covering the whole area.
The whole
The whole court. Shut up. Oh my God. I totally, as soon as I said it, I'm like, I'm screwed.
They are not covering anything.
I know.
Thank you.
No, but to be fair, you got to think about the athleticism because not only is there only 2 of you, and yes, honey, you're right.
It is a completely different game.
It's a completely different game. It is so much.
And you got to deal with being on sand.
I was just gonna say that. Have you ever tried to jump on sand?
I don't like walking on sand.
sand gets everywhere. You can be fully clothed and you'll have sand in
My
places it does
feet
not
hurt
belong.
after I walk down the beach, you know.
Yeah,
I can't imagine doing
Right.
some Olympic level competition on sand.
totally agree. Totally agree.
Number 2, diving. These
There we
people
go.
are unbelievable. You know, it makes me think of the movie Coneheads, you know, where she's a diver. And, you know, they do all these crazy flips and then they try to make the smallest splash. But
Mhm.
they have blunt heads, as they call them, unlike the Coneheads.
For the men's diving, I
So
believe
it's tough.
Tom Daly is the odds-on favorite to win again at age 30. He won the gold medal in 2020. The U.S.
Yes.
women are almost.
Yes, Super Dave.
That's true. That's fair. They definitely are almost pantless.
Yes.
But Tom Daly, as I was saying, is taking the Finn Balor diet there, Allison. You might want to check him out. His abs have abs. It is absurd.
You know, one of
Nobody deserves to look this good in a Speedo.
So one of my favorite things on the internet, I say that like there's not a million,
I was
But-
gonna say.
where they have like these guys have like the tiniest little Speedos on. And then they have it where they cover it up with like the score or whatever, and it looks like they're just completely nude.
I've seen that. That is so great. Oh Lord.
Welcome to Taxi Cab Confessions with Terry and Allison.
Look, I love diving. Diving is
It's
again,
great.
you know, and I laugh because in all of these, I watch them and I'm like, ooh, that's a 10.4, that's a 14.3, that's a 9. And I'm like, yeah, I'm over here, you know, out of shape, you know, with my Diet Coke and, you know, whatever, judging super athletes. But that's the fun of the Olympics.
We need to have a Ram Network diving competition at some point.
Belly flop after belly flop. That's my prediction.
Cannonball.
All right, good point. I can't.
Jackknife, cannonball.
Oh God.
All right, number
What's number
one
one?
shouldn't be a big surprise. This
No.
is swimming,
Swimming.
and I've got Michael Phelps here, and this is
See?
pool swimming because there is like marathon swimming and stuff, so that's why I put pool. But this is what you think about when you think about swimming.
Mismarketing opportunity was Michael Phelps in the Manscaped commercial. That's all I'm saying. They shave every aspect, every part of their body because apparently it's going to make them faster. I personally don't believe that, but whatever. I guess facial hair and
No
other
friction.
hair causes drag. Anyway, I quit the sim. Oh my God.
I think he meant wear, but Super Dave said he quit the swim team because the coach wanted him to wear a smaller Speedo. Good job, Super Dave. Good job.
A lot of thoughts there. A lot of thoughts.
Well, now they wear what they call jammers, so they don't actually wear speedos in like high school and such. It's mostly they wear called jammers. So
Okay.
yeah,
I mean, I couldn't do
Oh,
it. So
this is the shit I bring to this show. Okay, other
I'm
than
glad you know that.
sarcasm, other than sarcasm, this is what I bring to the show.
that's great
And
stuff.
I missed the entire blood and guts discussion,
Yes,
which
you
is
did.
Darby Allin getting a submission by threatening to light someone on fire again.
Thank you. So, I really quick though, what is that? That's not an ending to a match. You do that all the time.
Here's my problem. I believe in continuity. And they should have had the flamethrower.
Yeah.
Instead, he's got the grill lighter and the fucking gasoline gimmick out like he's Eddie Kingston. And
Oh,
he's
is this
not.
a game of Clue? Is that what this is now? Darby Allin with a
with
flamethrower
the flamethrower
at the
at Blood and
announcer's table?
Guts. Yeah.
in the steel cage.
Yeah.
Let me
In the
yeah.
double ring on Jack
mean,
Perry.
If you looked at any of my socials, I was saying flamethrower, it's time. Nope.
It's time.
All right, anyway,
So-
back to Olympics. Sorry.
27 medals that man won.
Really?
27. The greatest gold medalist in American Olympic history. And a pot smoker to boot. Go
Yep,
Phelps.
that's correct. Today,
Dude used to eat like 8,500 calories a day
Oh, yeah.
during training.
Yeah.
It was insanity.
well, he had to. He had to. I mean,
Yeah.
today we won we won gold and silver today, the ladies, in the 200, I want to say it was. It was either the 100 or the 200.
I think the
but-
men won too, didn't they?
Yeah, it's been a
Oh,
great
man.
day. It's been.
It does remind me of a great scene from Major League in the library. Yeah, that's
The
good stuff.
library.
Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing it up, but yeah.
All right, let's run them down.
Yes, let's run them down. Number 10. Oh crap, the thing's in the way. Number 10, track cycling. Number 9, even though I can't see it because my controls for the
Oh,
slides
I can see
are
it.
in
You want
the
me to
way.
read it?
Yeah,
I can
please
read
do.
it. Sure. Tennis, cycling, track, which is Terry's favorite. 9, athletics, sprints. 8, weightlifting. 7, basketball, not the dream team anymore. 6, volleyball, one of my favorites. 5, wrestling. 4, artistic gymnastics for the women. 3, volleyball, beach, so another one of my favorites. Number 2 was diving, and number 1 was pool swimming. Also, one that didn't make this list, water polo. Did y'all watch that? I watched that.
I did the other day because it was on. Because
Like
I'm not
water
getting up
soccer?
at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm just turning the Peacock on and watching whatever they got.
It's water handball, basically, but it's like, I
Okay.
watched that, and I'm like, I'd be drowning right now. Like, I would be...
Fencing also.
I watched fencing the other day.
I watched that, too.
Yeah, I watched fencing the other day. Oh, and judo. There was some
Yeah.
bad bitch shit going on in judo. They were like legit. And I'm like, I wouldn't mess with her. She weighs 122 pounds. I wouldn't mess with her.
Yeah, I've got the 4-screen thing going with
Yep.
YouTube TV, which is going to be great for football, but they've got it for the Olympics.
Mhm.
But earlier there was like some commentary and 3 women's soccer games going on. So I was like,
Yeah,
maybe
no.
not exactly what I wanted to see, but
I watched fencing this morning, and I was getting such a kick how the Italian women would lose their mind if they thought they should have gotten a point and they lost it. The screaming that I was listening to, I'm like, what am I watching? Are we sure this is sports? Oh, it was great. Fantastic. All right. Well, that was a great top 10.
I did figure out how to get the controls out of the way. So next time
Okay.
I'll know.
Perfect.
Hey, we're learning live. And
That's right.
We
welcome, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for welcome to the dumpster fire here.
Absolutely.
That is TNA Top 10. Partly
I
my
don't get to
fault.
cut out the mistakes like I do normally.
Look,
Yeah. What
It's not the
mistakes?
internet, and this is a brand new computer, and all of a sudden we were dead screened again. And this
Mm.
happened to me and Terry at the end of our recording last week for some
Oh.
reason. I don't
Oh,
know
no.
what it was.
Yeah,
But
it
anyway,
dropped out hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Why don't we talk
Thank
about
you all
what
for
else is
entertaining.
coming up on the RAM network?
Yeah.
And definitely thanks for showing up, guys. We just said, hey, why don't we go live? And we're like, oh shit, what does that even entail? But here we are.
40 viewers later. Pretty excited.
So Filter Free Popcast is going to talk about July 1994, and here's a little tidbit of July 1994. Miss let me rewind a little bit.
Reset.
Miss Allison Faye became legal July 1994. Just saying.
Is that right? I don't think so.
It's just the dumpster fire I
It's
knew.
You were
19.
18.
Heather Whitley.
Oh,
July
that kind
19th.
of legal. I'm thinking 21, but yes.
Oh
you're
my
right.
God, Terry, you were on one today. Mm. Mm.
You're
Gosh,
right.
you didn't even go with it.
I became an adult. You are correct.
Yes. What else is that supposed to mean? What are you guys? My virgin ears over here. Are
No,
not,
I just think of 21
you're
like
ruining me.
it's the
He's
age
lying.
for
He ain't
everything.
got virgin ears. He's been friends with me way too long for that.
It's very
nonsense.
true. Very, very
But anyway,
true.
July 1994, deep cut of the baseball strike, which I love. I listen to a lot of stuff on audio, and Frank with analysis is on.
I'm just gonna show that because I mean, hey, if he wants to say that, I'll take
that's
it.
menopause.
Hey,
Anyway.
We don't
I
like
mean, that
Frank
is
right
true.
now. The Yankees and Boston
Yeah.
are playing. We
Yeah,
don't
that's
like
true.
Frankie right now. Frankie,
Hey.
settle down in the
Okay. But listen, we got the deep cut of the baseball strike. We got the cracked rear view from Hootie and the Blowfish.
Ooh, yeah.
And I know that Timmy put that in because he just went
just
to a
went.
Hootie and the Blowfish concert.
Hootie and the
Forrest
Blowfish
Gump,
greater than Darius Rucker.
yes, that is true.
Mhm.
Talking
Maybe it's-
wrestling with Pondwater Dave. Sorry to cut you off there, but they're going to have Matt Classic from the Allied Independent Wrestling Federation, AIWF. He's going to be on Tuesday night as they go live, as they normally do on Tuesday night.
Awesome.
Yes, and that'll be exceptional, I'm sure. Terry, what was not exceptional was Bash at the Beach July 2000. Vince Russo, bro. I
Oh.
heard you and that awful Dave and the HSV finally got together.
Yeah, I was going to say, newsflash, I've been threatening it for a long time, but we recorded episode 2 of I Was There. And at the end of this live event tonight, I'm going to have 5 videos that I need to post to the RAM network. Just saying, I'm going to get to it. There was some technical difficulty going on, and I got
good.
it figured
wasn't
out.
Just me.
No,
Well,
Praise God.
but we are content heavy.
we're going to throw it out there,
Yeah.
and this is going to be one of them.
Nice.
So that was great. It was. I mean, it wasn't a great show,
But
it
that's
was
what
a
makes
great
that
episode
fun.
of I Was There.
I keep threatening to do my reboot of Thunder the day after they
Oh.
joined forces in April of 2000. It was an absolute dumpster fire, and Terry wants to hear all about it. But we
Well,
spend
I
enough
was-
time on air together, so we're going to let other people have the chance first.
Anybody that knows wrestling knows this. I was at the July 5th, 1999 final episode of Nitro in the Georgia Dome. And that date should tell you how bad that episode sucked.
The main event was Sid versus Nash for the world title, and somebody else got pinned.
It was not the best. It was not the best, but I can identify myself, and I'll show a picture of me
Oh,
and my
goody.
2 cousins with our signs. And I had,
Nice.
and a little precursor to this, our sign said Big Papa Peel. We were hoping that Scott Steiner would get pissed off with his roid rage and come out and beat our asses and we'd be millionaires. But, it didn't happen that way. But,
Damn it.
you'll hear more about that later.
WCW would only settle for 100.5, Terry. They wouldn't settle for $1 million. Okay, so they'll write the check though for 100.5. Listen, Generations. Dave and I recorded today. We did the Go Home show, 2nd or 3rd episode of Raw. Mr. Perfect takes on terrific Terry Taylor, and Ric Flair took on El Matador, Tito Santana. The Repo Man decided he was going to jump on Macho, and Doink and Crush start their program on the Go Home show. That was a lot of fun. 38 minutes is all it took us to get through it. And again, we're going to be recording JCP 1986, the best year in that history of that company.
Absolutely.
World class flashback. I bet, and Dave's in the chat. He can correct me. I saw Timmy earlier. I bet you Devon Erickson, the Freebirds, did something in world class flashback. Not sure what. They might have wrestled as long
You
as
don't say.
as long as the Von Erichs showed up for work. They probably wrestled on that episode of World Class Flashback. And I know he's gotten into Iceman Parsons and Jimmy Jam Garvin, who was not Jimmy Jam at the time. He was gorgeous Jimmy Garvin, and the Brainbuster was outlawed. See, I already know.
I think Jimmy Garvin, the AWA figure, may be the first wrestling figure I ever owned. Oh wow! Speaking of she just dropped out.
She just left us. It may not have just been me. See, this is the fun, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Dave mentioned here in the chat, Terry, you have control, I don't. We debuted CWA Memphis today.
Mhm.
They started with January 1988, and then he sent a god-awful Jeff Jarrett commercial for a poster to the group chat, and he knew that I was just going to let everybody know that that's unacceptable. Jeff Jarrett has been the human fast-forward button since 1988. He will continue to be the human fast-forward button, and apparently he and Hangman Page did something on what's the Friday show? Not
Rampage.
Collision.
Rampage.
Rampage. Thank you. Hangman attacked Jeff Jarrett in the
Yes.
Battle Royale this past weekend. So Kevin versus Flair. Oh my
That
god.
should be pretty good.
No, it's not. It's not. If it has a Von Erich in it, you do not get to use the word good.
Oh man, I didn't know anything about them, and when I first saw them, just out of the blue when I was a kid, I did enjoy it. I will just say that. I didn't get to see them much, but you know.
Well, you didn't because they never showed up to work. That's why you didn't see them much.
Anyway,
King of the no-show. When your dad owns the territory, you can show up whenever you want to work.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring the Ram Network logo off, and I'm going to speak to something. We made a decision, guys. And a little bit of sadness here, but it was a lot of effort, honestly, to do this every week. We have decided to retire the Champ of the Week segment. Although we do think there's a lot of people deserving of praise. We will praise these people as that comes up, but we got to be honest. We would be day of recording and be like, who's the champ of the week this week?
Yeah.
We were not good at figuring that out. And we already have to figure out what the top 10 is. So having the champ of the week to figure out it was a bit too much for us. You know, this is not making us millions of dollars a year yet. So,
but when it does,
we
I'll
didn't
officially
have
retire from the car business, and we will build the compound. So y'all keep coming and watching. Even you, Dave, you know I love you, even if I don't love the Von Erichs.
So we are coming to the end here of the first episode, our first live episode, as we ran down the top 10.
Intermission time.
Well, I mean, it's 2 episodes. I don't know how to number them, but it's 2 episodes.
Wait, it's episode 46.
We're going to have this argument live in front of everybody. We have said this. We've had this conversation like 10 to 15 times.
Correct.
That's why I'm no more episode numbers because they don't even make sense. But we do appreciate all of you that showed up and all the comments. Anybody that voted. I did learn a lesson. We got fewer people voting this week because we put one big post out there. I think individual posts about voting are probably going to bring more people in to vote. We'll try to get it out there better. We'll learn, any feedback, please.
I accept it. I don't care.
We only had one asshole of the week, and that was a long time ago, and that was Vince McMahon.
That was Vince McMahon. Even I didn't do anything.
So
if
you want to take asshole of the week over Dave, you can do that. It's all yours. But like I said, we're about to come to the close of this episode. We do appreciate everybody coming in. But before I say goodbye, this is not really goodbye because we are going to stay live for the football show. But we're going to take a little bit of a pee break, if I had to be completely clear.
And I'm going to go back to being a producer.
And we
Allison
really
doesn't want to be on screen for the foosball.
No. I don't know enough. All I do is buy tickets. That's good.
Any final thoughts on this episode, guys, before we wrap it up?
I apologize for the technical issues. Hopefully that does not happen Tuesday night because you guys are far more forgiving than Medusa.
I'm sure.
As somebody who overheard your phone call with her at the airport, yeah.
That phone call will be legendary someday.
I know.
But our break won't be long. We're
Okay.
just going to refresh and come back, and we'll start it up. We'll start it up with the music, just like we do for any show. But we really appreciate every one of you, and we got a great turnout. I didn't know what to expect. I really appreciate that. And as always, guys, love your people. Tell them you love them. Make it weird. For those that are staying, we'll see you in a minute. For others, have a great week.